Themes Next Fest is here once again. In case you're unfamiliar, it is a week-long celebration where we get to play hundreds of free game demos for upcoming games. While I love Next Fest, it can be very overwhelming. So to help you decide what to play during this short week, I've compiled a list of 50 cozy games to consider playing this Next Fest. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Peyton. It is nice to meet you, it is nice to see you, and welcome to the corner. I love Next Fest so very much. In fact, so many of my favorite cozy games I discovered from playing their demo when they were a part of a past Next Fest. I'm gonna spare the long intro today. We have a lot of games to get through, so I will be jumping from game to game to game pretty quickly, but every game that's included in this video is linked down below. Because these are upcoming games, many of them do not have release dates, but consider wishlisting them on Steam so you can follow their journey and purchase the game when it comes out. Before we get into it, please be sure to click the lovely little like button, as well as subscribe for more cozy, chaotic content. And if you want to see any of these games played live, all week long here on YouTube and over on Twitch, I will be live streaming playing as many cozy game demos as I possibly can. So definitely be sure to check out the live streams to see what these games look like beyond the trailer footage. Okay, I will shut up. Let's get into it. The first game is called Summer House. Summer House is a small-scale building game and a love letter to the feeling of long-lost summer afternoons. In the game, you'll be able to craft a neighborhood of tiny, beautiful lived-in homes in a variety of settings, whether it be the sea, the city, or even the mountains. And while there are some little secrets to uncover in the game, overall there are no rules and there is no winning or losing. You'll just be able to chill out, build to your heart's content, and soak up the cozy atmosphere. The next game is called FIRESIDE. FIRESIDE is an uplifting narrative experience about a journey and the break that follows it. In the game, you'll get to make friends and maybe even help them out with a task or two. You'll be able to collect and trade unique items and, of course, chat at the campfire. It's your job to weave connections that you make along the way and explore a serene, non-violent, magic-filled world. The next game is called Pine Hearts. Pine Hearts is a cozy little narrative adventure game set in the sleepy scenery of Pine Hearts Caravan Park. In the game, you'll get to explore the great outdoors as you uncover items, unlock new paths, and discover all the little secrets stuffed throughout the park. Pine Hearts takes the item-based progression of Zelda and combines it with Souls-like level design and wraps it all in a wholesome aesthetic with a focus on puzzles and not combat. Overall, Pine Hearts is a warm, thoughtful game about love, life, memories, and family. It tells the story of a loss of a family member with tenderness and with care, but please be aware of the subject matter before playing the game, even though it's brought about delicately. The next game is called Critter Crops. In Critter Crops, you'll enter the world of Mutter Island as Sylvie, a newfound witch with the ability to grow magical critters. In the game, you'll get to restore the island, welcome the unwelcome, and uncover the mysteries of Sylvie's past. You'll get to farm, noodle, mine, gather, and explore the island in order to level up your abilities and uncover more of the mysteries of Mutter Island. You'll get to gather resources to help restore the town and, of course, use your critters to help you traverse the wild areas of the island. The next game is called Rusty's Retirement. Rusty's Retirement is an idle farming simulator designed to sit at the bottom of your screen, allowing you to work on other tasks while caring for your farm. In the game, you'll plant crops and watch Rusty get to work as he waters, nurtures, and harvests for you. You'll get to unlock new crops as you progress, from crispy carrots to ripe tomatoes. and you'll use your crops to produce clean and energy-efficient biofuel, which is a vital robot power source, so that you can deploy a team of cute little robots to assist with planting, watering, and harvesting, all while you do some other tasks. The next game is called Magical Delicacy. Magical Delicacy is a wholesome pixel art platformer game where you'll get to cook magical delicacies from a vast collection of ingredients in your very own shop. You'll also get to explore an unfamiliar town and deliver tasty treats to all of the various townsfolk. Along the way, you'll learn new ways to traverse, discover secrets, and of course, experience a unique, adorable, witchy world. I hope that I'm saying the name of the next game right, but it's called KAMAERU, a Frog Refuge. KAMAERU is a cozy farming sim about collecting and raising frogs, but also about farming and preserving nature. In the game, you play as a kind soul helping an old friend restore the wetlands of your childhood by transforming them into a safe haven for friendly little frogs. With the help of the game's cast of welcoming NPCs, you'll get to photograph and breed frogs to increase your reputation, as well as you'll be able to decorate your refuge and plant native crops to help your amphibian abode thrive. The next game is called Coffee Caravan. In Coffee Caravan, you'll immerse yourself in the world of a cafe manager, tasked with brewing up a variety of coffee delights and, of course, building your own coffee business on wheels. The game features a charming 3D environment with a pastel-colored aesthetic, and your daily journey takes you on a procedurally generated road trip full of surprises. Throughout your adventure, you'll discover and unlock new coffee recipes, you'll be able to purchase cutting-edge coffee-making appliances, and focus on providing an efficient and enjoyable experience for your customers. It's not just a game, it's a delightful exploration of the world of coffee with a creative flair. The next game is called SOUTHFIELD. SOUTHFIELD is no ordinary island, and this is no ordinary farming sim game. In SOUTHFIELD, you'll get to combine cartoony crops with chaotic effects and be able to customize your farm with fun toys and machines to automate your harvest. Whether you're a solo explorer or you're looking for a new destination to play with friends, SOUTHFIELD is the place to be if you're interested in farming with a little bit of a weird and kooky, chaotic twist. The next game is called BOTANY MANOR. BOTANY MANOR is an exploration puzzle game where you play as a retired botanist called Arabella Green. In the game, you'll explore your house and gardens filled with research to figure out the ideal habitat of forgotten flora. In the game, you'll grow each plant to discover the mysterious qualities that they hold. To figure out each plant's habitat, you'll need to gather information by inspecting clues such as botanical posters, newspapers, letters, paintings, postcards, and more. In BOTANY MANOR, literally anything you encounter can be used for your research, and you'll need to make sure you're exploring every inch. The next game is called ODDSPARKS, an automation adventure. ODDSPARKS, an automation adventure, is a blend of automation and real-time strategy for both single-player and online co-op. This game is both for the die-hard fans of automation games, as well as new players who are automation curious. In the game, you'll get to design automated workshops for your odd and adorable sparks to carry and craft everything, including more of themselves. You'll get to lead your squad of sparks into combat, explore a strange fantasy world, and, of course, unearth the ancient mystery of the sparks. The next game is called MIKA and the Witch's Mountain. MIKA and the Witch's Mountain is a fantasy adventure all about an aspiring witch who delivers packages to the townspeople of a small island. In the game, you'll get to explore every cranny and soar through the sky with your magic broom. Mika will have to work for the local delivery company and lend a hand to her new neighbors. And each broom that you get along the way will have better features that will allow Mika to get a little closer to the top of the mountain that she seeks to enter, as well as meet new characters and, of course, discover brand new places. The next game is called Echoes of the Plum Grove. Echoes of the Plum Grove is a casual, cozy farming simulator where your decisions have consequences. What to plant, what to stock for the winter, and who to befriend will not only shape the town of Honeywood, but the entire island itself. After washing onto the island's shores, you'll find yourself the newly minted owner to a humble plot of land. You'll need to pull up your sleeves, grab your tools, and get to work building a farm that will not only last a lifetime, but span generations. Building relationships is at the core of Echoes of the Plum Grove. As you grow your family tree, your original character will end up perishing, and you'll find yourself playing as someone else in your family, meaning this really is a farming sim that spans generations. The next game is called MINAMI Lane. MINAMI Lane is a small, wholesome management game set on a Japanese-inspired street. In the game, you'll get to create and manage your very own street and make sure everyone is happy. And of course, watch the villagers live their lives. The game features about 2 to 4 hours of playtime, the ability to create and customize your own adorable street however you like, as well as the ability to manage shops by adjusting their inventory, recipes, and prices. As well as the game will give you the opportunity to play strategically to complete each level's mission objectives, keep the streets clean by picking up trash, and it'll feature tons of adorable little graphics like tanukis and cats. The next game is called Little Known Galaxy. Little Known Galaxy is a cozy single-player RPG space adventure full of friendly characters, exploration, crafting, and farming. In the game, you'll join Space Alliance as a new captain in training, and you'll work with your quirky crew to solve the mysteries of an ancient relic found on the Gray Planet. What mysteries will it uncover? What kind of adventure lies ahead? And who will you meet along the way? It's up to you to discover as captain. At its core, it's your job to support your crew, follow your heart, and always take care of each other. The next game is called Duck Detective: The Secret Salami. In Duck Detective, you'll discover solving crime is no walk in the pond. You'll play as a down-on-his-luck detective who also happens to be a duck. In the game, you'll use your powers of deduction to inspect evidence, fill in the blanks, and bust the case wide open in a narrative mystery adventure where nothing is quite as it seems. The next game is called Nova Hearts. In Nova Hearts, you will become a superhero in your hometown. But not only that, you'll also get to text, date, and fight in this turn-based dating adventure. You'll get to explore a variety of relationships with civilians, friends, and villains. You'll text, talk, date, and decide how to grow your connections with others. It's your job to gain affection, approval, and dislike through your choices, and see how it affects your bonds in the narrative, and even unlocks new combos in combat. The next game is called COPYCAT. COPYCAT is a narrative-driven indie game that's perfect to cuddle up with on a rainy afternoon, especially if you like cats. It's an intimate, magical, and hopeful Australian story that cherishes the human-pet bond in all its forms. In the game, we follow the tale of Dawn, a skeptical shelter cat who would much rather be in the wild than to be readopted again, because Dawn actually believes she is a wild cat, and the story follows her plans on escaping as soon as she gets the chance. The next game is called The Hidden Art of Innkeeping. In The Hidden Art of Innkeeping, you'll transform an old farmhouse in a seaside village into a luxurious inn. You'll meet interesting guests, unlock delicious dishes, discover new areas and hidden treasures, and you'll get to configure rooms and amenities, uncover secrets, and mainly rejuvenate the struggling village in this simulation adventure game. After a disastrous stay at the only hotel by the beach, Eleanor decides to convert the old farmhouse in a nearby village to an inn. However, renovating the inn doesn't come cheap, so she accepts a loan from a mysterious tycoon who demands payment by the end of the month. In the game, you'll meet a colorful cast of characters as Eleanor welcomes visitors to her new inn and recruits villager employees. It's your job to see if Eleanor can uncover the secrets of the past, revive the fortunes of the struggling village, and turn the inn into a roaring success before the deadline. The next game is called Van Life Simulator. In Van Life Simulator, you'll experience the RV lifestyle. You'll get to buy new vans to renovate, upgrade, then sell or rent it. You'll get to approach this lifestyle however you like, either be a van renovator or run a van renting company, or just simply vibe to the simple life of an RV owner. You'll roam freely on an open world and camp anywhere. In Van Life Simulator, the open world is not just a setting, it's an immersive stage where every hill, valley, and cityscape beckons you to explore, promising not just a game experience, but a full-on odyssey to explore with endless possibilities in the captivating open world of van life. The next game is called Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions is a gamified focus tool that is set to a soothing lo-fi soundtrack. In the game, you'll discover and collect spirits, customize your own cozy virtual space, and facilitate your real-life tasks with the collection of handy features designed to improve concentration and ease stress. You'll get to utilize built-in productivity tools, including a to-do list for organization, a timer for focused work sessions, and a habit tracker and journal to foster a healthy routine. You'll earn XP for practicing good habits, unlocking more goodies over time. From new character and room cosmetics to hints to help discover more spirits, being productive has never been so rewarding. The next game is called Ancient Mind. In Ancient Mind, you'll explore a region of mystery and danger. This game is a modern take on a classic Zelda-like top-down action-adventure game. In the game, you'll explore dungeons, fight monsters, solve puzzles, and discover the truth about ancient legends. This game will put your spatial awareness to the test with a sequence of environmental puzzles, levels characterized by a non-linear structure of keys and locks, dungeons full of monsters, traps, and of course, riddles. Even with a map, you'll still need to pay close attention to your surroundings if you want to find your way to the end safe and sound. The next game is called Kind Words 2 Lo-Fi City Pop. Kind Words 2 is a place to be yourself without worrying about fitting in. It's a social space with no followers, no likes, and no subscribing. It's just a game about being kind to real people. In the game, you'll get to send nice letters from your cozy room, go outside, and say hi to your real neighbors. You can even swap recommendations, dress up for the local poetry slam, and add your dreams to a sky full of wishes. At its core, you'll join a community of real people with their hearts on their sleeves. The next game is called Baladins. Inspired by tabletop role-playing campaigns, Baladins is a choose-your-own story game for players of all ages and experience levels. You'll get to embark on your quest as one of the Baladins, an imaginative cook, a crafty luxomancer, the strapping dancer, or the expressive pyro. United by their passion for happiness, each Baladin brings their own unique skills to the table and can hone their talents further throughout the adventure by making choices and collecting items. You can roll the dice and see where your adventure will take you. And your decisions are not inherently good or bad, just creative approaches that can lead to interesting outcomes. And if you'd rather not play alone, Baladins supports up to 4 players either locally or online. The next game is called Herald Halibut. Harold Halibut is a handmade claymation narrative game about friendship and life on a city-sized spaceship submerged in an alien ocean. It's been 250 years since your home, an Ark-like spaceship, fled Earth on the verge of a Cold War to find a habitable planet to preserve the human race. You play as Harold, a young lab assistant for the ship's lead scientist, John Moreau. While most of the ship's inhabitants have reconciled themselves to a life lived aboard the sunken ship, Moreau still works tirelessly to find a way for the ship to leave the planet and find a new home. But the weird and wonderful diverse people of the Fedora keep Harold busy too, until one fateful encounter plunges Harold into a world no one could have imagined, and one that may hold the key to Moreau's relaunch plans. You'll get to join Harold as he explores a vibrant, retro future world in his quest to find the true meaning of home. The next game is called STARPUFFS. STARPUFFS is a cute and cozy puzzle game where you solve increasingly challenging puzzles with just one deceptively simple movement mechanic. You'll play as Cloudy, a pink ball of fluff who is home to the bright and sleepy STARPUFFS. One night, when Cloudy and the STARPUFFS are sound asleep, a flurry of wind sweeps the STARPUFFS away, and so it's your job to rescue them. But it might not be as easy as it seems. The next game is called SHIRE. In SHIRE, you'll battle diverse foes in various locations, defend your family, and repel foes from your area. Pretty much, you have to save the world by strengthening your defense with toy towers. You received new toys from your family, but your old toys aren't really getting along as well. They're no longer cared for and they feel as if they've been forgotten. So your old toys join together against you and assault your brand new toys. So it's your job to battle against them. You're in luck since your new toys are troops of green soldiers, but they'll still require your aid. You'll need to control, strengthen, and defeat the opposing forces. The next game is called DREAMSWEEPER. DREAMSWEEPER is a dungeon crawler times Minesweeper roguelite, but it's also a lo-fi musical experience. In essence, it's a game like no other before. DREAMSWEEPER is an adventure game where you navigate worlds by solving Minesweeper rooms and fight your anxieties with the power of lo-fi music. This is the story of a girl who goes to sleep listening to music every night, but awakens in a dream world to face her nightmarish anxieties with the power of music. The next game is called MYCELIUM Heaven. MYCELIUM Heaven is a cozy puzzle game about a mushroom that must devour the zombies wandering through its forest after the apocalypse. Pretty much, it is a puzzle game where you'll progress by completing levels where new mechanics will be introduced to provide different challenges. The next game is called Make Room. In Make Room, you create tiny dioramas. You can choose between creating a compact kitchen, a comfortable living room, or even a cozy reading nook. Using hundreds of different objects, you'll get to arrange the rooms exactly however you'd like, really testing your creativity. The next game is called Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip. In Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip, you'll step into Terry's flip-flops in a delightful journey of self-discovery as he discovers what it means to be an inhabitant of the Sprinkle Water. In the game, you'll get to explore a dense, tiny open-world city at any pace you like. Either slow, fast, by foot, by car, by paraglider, it's totally up to you. Along the way, you'll collect turbo junk and upgrade the boost capacity of your very own car. You'll be able to catch insects, dig holes, destroy cars, become rich, buy pets, wear hats, or really anything. Along the way, though, you'll discover a wholesome story through countless hilarious interactions. The next game is called SOPHIE Starlight Whispers. SOPHIE Starlight Whispers is a Metroidvania genre game. Its dramatic narrative revolves around Sophie, a girl with magic powers, and her adventures in the fantasy kingdom of Chiron. Unknown creatures of the darkness have attacked the kingdom of Chiron and unleashed an incurable disease upon its citizens. Sophie finds herself unaffected by the disease and realizes she's the only one who can repel the darkness. However, the citizens of Chiron have become suspicious of her due to her immunity, believing she is the reason behind all of their pain and suffering. Sophie refuses to give up in the face of adversity with encouragement from a few mysterious friends. She'll put her courage and magical abilities to the test as she tries to unravel the many mysteries. The next game is called STARSTUFF. STARSTUFF is a galactic blend of automation and strategic action. In the game, you'll program unique robots and work together in time with them to solve 100 plus thoughtfully curated challenges and space-bending puzzles. As a brand new employee of a star factory, you'll have to embrace the role of a bright-eyed engineer and join them in an out-of-world challenge. But don't stress on the job, you could always restart, undo, and try puzzles again without getting fired. If it's time for a break, you'll also be able to head to the cozy lobbies where you can interact with gizmos of the cosmos and chat with your fellow coworkers from across the galaxy. The next game is called FOLKLANDS. FOLKLANDS is a relaxing settlement builder with simulated citizens. You'll find that great stories can emerge from humble beginnings. In the game, you'll get to farm or harvest materials, manage production chains and supplies, and make sure the folks in your ever-growing settlement are happy, employed, and safe. The next game is called ALBATROZ. ALBATROZ is a backpacking adventure RPG that will take you through the majestic landscapes in search for your long-lost sibling. It's a tale about knowing when to let go and when to start over. You'll join Isla as she embarks on a journey through the Forbidden Lands, a breathtaking and otherworldly realm where two worlds converge. ALBATROZ immerses players in a thrilling fantasy expedition set in stunning landscapes, ranging from scorching coastal regions to freezing mountains, with secrets to unearth and strange occurrences beyond imagination. Adding to the enchanting experience is its beautiful and timeless music that sets the tone for the epic and magical adventure. The next game on the list is called FROGUN ENCORE. FROGUN ENCORE is a dashing standalone expansion/sequel to the indie hit FROGUN. You'll get to explore the world with your trusty FROGUN in this cute, low-poly adventure game. Building off of the original gameplay, this one will feature a new slew of movements like double jump, sling catapult, and toss jump. Plus, experience FROGUN in true couch co-op and have Jake pop in at any time to explore the perilous ruins together. As Renata, and potentially Jake, you'll navigate the world in all new environments, you'll collect notes, and all sorts of treasure. The next game is called Pepper Grinder. Pepper Grinder is an action-packed pirate adventure starring the titular Pepper, a seafaring soul with a passion for prospecting, and Grinder, her super-powered drilling device. Shipwrecked and robbed of her treasure, Pepper must spin up her trusty sidearm to reclaim what the mischievous gnarlings stole. Armed with Grinder, Pepper burrows through terrain and water, controls machines, and pulverizes all enemies blocking the way toward recovering her missing fortune. Pepper's progress will not be that simple, however, as mysterious beings begin to emerge from the shadows. The next game is called OVERMORROW. OVERMORROW is a serene, non-violent exploration adventure game that deletes your save after 30 days. OVERMORROW has a gameplay focused on unguided exploration and big-picture puzzle solving. In OVERMORROW, the more ruins you discover, the more actions you can perform in a single day, and the deeper you may explore the mysterious island. There is no time limit each day, so be sure to fully enjoy the tranquil spaces in this fixed-camera 2D game, where every screen contains unique art and curious secrets. After 30 in-day games, your save is deleted. However, in OVERMORROW, things are rarely as they seem on the surface, and there is just one more step to discovering the game's many mysteries. The next game is called ADAPTORY. ADAPTORY is a 2D base building / simulation game where your crew of 4 have crash landed on a mysterious planetoid deep in uncharted space. Using the planet's limited resources and your creativity, you must keep your motley team alive, explore your surroundings, build a thriving base, rebuild your ship, and ultimately find your way back home. The next game is called Dungeon Inn. Dungeon Inn is a turn-based strategy management game that gives you a pleasant sense of tension. Sarah opened an inn, the Dungeon Inn, for 2 guilds who were hostile to each other, with the dungeon just around the corner. The Sea Guilds and the Mountain Guilds, who have been enemies for a long time, will head to one dungeon. Sarah makes a contract with a dragon and decides to open a suspicious inn in the cave in front of the dungeon. There's only one entrance, but 2 guilds are approaching. So the only thing that matters in the game is that you don't get caught double dealing. You'll need to promote your inn to various adventurers going into the dungeon, so that many adventurers stay at your inn as guests. But you'll need to adjust your timing so that the adventurers from both guilds do not encounter each other in the front of the inn. The next game is called Grippy Golf. Grippy Golf is a speedrunning 3D platformer where objects stick to the ball. You'll have to launch yourself across the course, collecting an ever-growing cluster of objects as you try to aim for a hole-in-one. The next game is called Planet Tiles. Planet Tiles is a serene city builder about crafting natural habitats on remote planets. In the game, you'll create a space haven, protected from natural disasters, and evolve your world while completing challenging quests. You'll get to craft unique biomes and unlock exciting bonuses and new tile types as you progress further. The next game is called After Light Fades. After Light Fades is a 2.5D Sokoban game. It has a rich and magical rule set with a feast of elements that players can get creative with. Everything from using fire to melt ice, connecting electric circuits, magnets, fire propagation, to growing vines, magic mirrors, clones, teleports, transmutation, and so much more. At its core, it's an emotionally resonant and reflective puzzle game about love, loss, reconnecting with nature, and letting go of old memories that are holding you back. The next game is called #Blood. #Blood is a delightfully zany, animated dungeon crawler that blurs the line between action RPGs and hyperkinetic 90s cartoons. Slaying the undead is just another day at high school for Becky Brewster, the new kid in school and the latest in an ancient bloodline of spell-casting vampire hunters. In the game, you'll root out demonic infestations through the town's buzzing social media, and you'll take selfies with demonic forces to analyze their weaknesses. You'll power up your trusty feed-thwacking field hockey stick and level up your latent magic skills through grimoires and school supplies. You'll need to master the slaying game with the help of an eclectic cast of hilarious characters and teach the vampires a thing or two about messing with you. The next game is called Rus 2. Rus 2 puts you in control of mighty giants that shape the planet for human lives to grow and wage war on. Your choices will explore the fate of humanity across a cosmos of your creation, experimenting with civilization and seeing what human tribes will achieve with the right combination of elements. The next game is called Potions: A Curious Tale. Potions: A Curious Tale is an adventure and crafting game where wit is your greatest weapon and combat is not always the answer. You'll play as Luna, a young witch who overcomes obstacles with the potions she brews, as she gathers items from enchanted lands and conquers devious puzzles on her quest. The next game is called Lightyear Frontier. Lightyear Frontier is a peaceful, open-world farming adventure on a planet at the far edge of the galaxy. In the game, you'll climb into your versatile mech and start your new home on a distant planet, with up to 3 friends as you farm alien crops, build your homestead, and explore the untamed wilderness of the world. The next game is called Tell Me Your Story. Tell Me Your Story is a story-driven, cozy puzzle game, which might remind you of the warm times spent with your grandparents or loved ones on getting to know the many, sometimes unexpected stories from their lives. You'll uncover Grandma Rose's extraordinary stories along with Amelia, all hidden in multiple cozy puzzles spread around the world. You'll dive into globe-trotter adventures, discover Granny's treasures, and of course, relax along the way. The next game is called Omega Crafter. Omega Crafter is an open-world survival craft game set in an underdevelopment game world that is being attacked by a mysterious program. In the game, you'll get to adventure, build a city, challenge mighty enemies with Grammy, your programmable sidekick, and of course your friends in order to complete the development of the game by its release date. The next game is called Farm Your Friends. Farm Your Friends is a fast-paced, competitive farming game for up to 8 players online, where you'll get to sabotage and steal while defending your crops and animals to become the best farmer around. You'll get to either team up with other players or play completely on your own to acquire the best farm. And there you guys have it. Those were many cozy game demos you can play this next fest. I want to hear your thoughts down below. What games are sticking out to you the most, and what is definitely on your to-play list this week? I want to know, let me know. And if I'm missing any, definitely let me know about those as well. Please be sure to click the lovely little like button on your way out, as well as subscribe for more cozy, chaotic content. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!